Euthanasia, often referred to as mercy killing, is a controversial and complex ethical and medical issue that involves intentionally ending the life of a person who is suffering from a terminal illness or unbearable pain, typically at their request or with their informed consent. Euthanasia can take different forms and is classified into several categories based on the circumstances under which it occurs. Voluntary euthanasia is carried out with the explicit and informed consent of the person who wishes to die. This person is usually experiencing severe pain, a terminal illness, or a debilitating condition that significantly affects their quality of life. The decision to undergo voluntary euthanasia is deeply personal and is often based on a desire to avoid prolonged suffering. Involuntary euthanasia, on the other hand, is the termination of a person's life without their explicit consent. This is a highly controversial practice and is often considered unethical and morally unacceptable. Involuntary euthanasia may involve situations where the person is unable to communicate their wishes, leading to difficult ethical dilemmas. Assisted suicide, which is sometimes considered a form of euthanasia, involves providing a person with the means to end their own life, usually through medication. Unlike euthanasia, where a medical professional directly administers a lethal dose, assisted suicide involves the person taking the final action themselves. Euthanasia and assisted suicide raise complex ethical, moral, and legal considerations. Proponents argue that these practices provide individuals with autonomy and the right to die with dignity, especially in cases of extreme suffering. They believe that individuals should have the choice to end their lives on their own terms, especially when medical treatments are no longer effective in alleviating pain or improving quality of life. Opponents of euthanasia and assisted suicide raise concerns about potential abuse, slippery slopes, and the sanctity of human life. They worry that legalizing these practices might lead to unintended consequences, such as vulnerable individuals feeling pressured into ending their lives prematurely, especially in cases where medical prognosis may be uncertain. The legality of euthanasia and assisted suicide varies greatly from country to country and jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Some places have legalized these practices under strict regulations, while others consider them criminal acts. Ethical debates and legal considerations surrounding euthanasia continue to evolve as societies grapple with questions of individual autonomy, medical ethics, and the value of human life. In conclusion, euthanasia is a complex and contentious topic that involves intentionally ending a person's life to alleviate suffering. The various forms of euthanasia raise moral, ethical, and legal questions about individual autonomy, the sanctity of life, and the potential for abuse. The debate surrounding euthanasia continues to challenge societies to navigate the delicate balance between compassion for those who are suffering and protecting the vulnerable.